Okay, the mood koko ada. Taninya yang pakai jadi jauh hipo kapo pakai hala Canada Zuma. Awak pakai kuat siapa kapo. Pane pakai piat tu siapa kapo oh tepuk le nyama pakai piat karka. Piat the mood koko ada pra. Lele Zulana. Tatako. Ni driver, new driver.
New driver kali pikir le. Oh,
New driver. New driver.
okay, itu dra.
Thế là cái này.
We.
But do everyday holiday là mà. Oh. I mean.
Oh.
Hey. This is Canada Zoom. Let me do.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Jordan. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is it.
Dia mina le takut hati. Thao được thế là thao được chơi. Vô vậy này. Kangaroo lên được khi đi bắt chó là.
Kangaroo di mana? Australia dah. Dia banyak orang origin lah kangaroo ni.
Cái nhà đó mà đâu là. Cái quả là.
Awak kangaroo je apa play apa kau ya? Apa play apa kau ciri mana?
Tapu le kangaroo.
Pupu ah.
Ada baby kangaroo.
Hadum kau dulu lah.
Ada dunia ada.
Oh, dah dulu terlalu. Macam mana? Kangaroo ni benar juga. Keluar juga.
Cerah. Tadu tadi ada punya cici mana?
Kalau bagi jalan cici kau dia tu.
Ada ni.
Di pa.
Bye. Oh, dah kau le. Oh, tu. Anda boleh le. Oh, hai. Hai tu. What's that?
Pada ayah.
Oh, tu. Oh, no. Umma.
Dapat. Canada Zoom oh.
Kan aku pada lin siap.
Dah.
Happy. Kalau tak for or kau mana?
Jangan ada kau ada apa? Lewat kau lah bau.
Kau dog way.
Afrika ni mama dulu buat orang dah keluar dah kan?
Lain kali ami lah pakai ada satu element sanctuary lah tu baca buku apa kan? Oh, dah beli kecau. Aku dah baca kecau, dah baca. Mesti dah beli lah. Tapi dia pun ni. Mila kamu bagaimana ya kan?
Ni.
Lepas kau ni. Oh, ni kau elok siap. Kid dia. Oh.
Sibuk dah.
Oh, pun tahu dah dua ni. Momo, ya cai.
Ini nak tikro. Ini dah parok tu jadi dah urut aja gaya je.
Dah khơi dah dapat.
Mà cho này nhà phu bò.
Ta dapat.
Mà thì.
Dapat. Pulele weh.
Dua belas je.
Kasih.
Ya pun. Bila kali pada KU dia tadi mau. Oh, pipi.
Lagi kau.
Tidak. today ba kalau
Canada goose like Canada geese
ala kwaja bubu bang
Canada geese
le
tu
today
oh
roll ada kan cek gue today le dia tadi tu noh lah today dia punya lah kau dia putih
nak kecil
today kalau sama
ha
kalau sama
Sarah kau ya
Bye bye.
kalau sama
Papa.
oh bapa
nah anda palle kali ni cakap
ha mana kau ada ada satu
kalau ki halillah ke Ini bapa heran le, bapa heran try ko ni bapa heran.
oh kau tidak kau yang baik habis makan
When ni kan panya ni. Tak kau tak kira nama dah.
Makin nak juga dah ha
Ada gigol baca.
Papa.
Dan bambu kan.
Papa.
oh kakak ada dalam kan zebra kau nak bayar nak
Papa.
kak
Papa.
oh bapa
Kau tanya no yang ni aja deh. Kau nampak ya? Kau jadi dia apa itu?
kalau masalah bila bila
Minta cuci lelena.
mati nak
Wow.
Diri aja. Buffalo. Ada
Hey.
ada TV nak kelar ni.
Bi de ko
Kau bala cuci.
cuai senang lah isi
Ni ada pedang.
lebih lah sebelah kita lah lelah bila madu
Ni dengan apa? Ni dengan kata lelai lah.
Wow. Wow.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Mama dia mami.
kira ni kepo ada
Kau tu ni keluar. Ya em.
Kau dah buat kli, aku akan buka apa?
Good afternoon, and welcome to the African Queen Boat Cruise. My name is Liz, and I will be your guide as we tour around Water Safari Lake. Just a friendly reminder that there's no eating, drinking, smoking, or vaping while on the safari tour boat. As well, I ask that you remain seated with your arms, legs, and heads well within the boat at all times. Please note that the following is a scenic tour around Safari Lake and not an animal display. Therefore, at certain times throughout the season, for breeding purposes, or simply if they'd rather be in their barns at the moment, not all of our animals may be seen. Today we'll be viewing a variety of primates from around the world and some water birds native to southern Ontario. During the winter months, our primates are housed in heated barns on property as they are sensitive to the cold. Unfortunately, the survival of many animals, especially our primates, is threatened by widespread habitat destruction, hunting, and the rapid acceleration of human encroachment on their remaining habitats. If this trend continues, it may only be through responsible, cooperative, captive breeding efforts that some species will ultimately survive. Please keep that in mind as well as we tour around Safari Lake and view a variety of different species.
Ni dekat ni dulu dah. Macam pilih-pilih dia.
Ini lu tu dia. Nhìn. Ta đã đưa em gần. Coi chào mình.
It's okay.
You're there as well.
Where is it going to be? In the water?
It's hanging out.
On the island to our right, we have our ringtail lemurs. The lemurs are only found on the island of Madagascar. They're the most striking of the lemur species, having a black and white barred tail that they hold aloft in an S-shaped curve while walking. This black and white barred tail has 12 to 14 stripes and always ends in the black tip. They have just gone into the bushes, and so you may have to look closely in order to spot them. They're one of the larger of the lemur species, with their average weight being just under 5 pounds. Their legs are considerably longer than their arms, and this enables them to leap almost 10 feet vertically in a single bound. Unlike most other primates, they have a reflective layer behind the retinas of their eye that enhance their night vision.
Oh, kidunya.
Appear larger in size. Spider monkeys can be found throughout countries in South America, such as Mexico, Panama, and Ecuador. Once again, our black one is named Flip, and our brown one is named Beaver.
Mama, you wanna swing? Từ phá đô bên này từ lên đến chui à vẫn còn này ba kia từ đi qua đây cho mình.
The lake we are touring on is a natural spring-fed lake with man-made islands. It is home to 4 species of fish, including the large and smallmouth bass, sunfish, and catfish, as well as snakes, frogs, and muskrats. The deepest part of our lake is about 6 or 7 feet in
What's
depth.
crying? What's crying, baby? Oh my god, nó gọi là đi.
She's like, whatever.
Cái thịt coi cái tí. Today, nggak today today memang lah orang Jawa dia mama lah chó.
That's what it was on the warpath when we found it.
Bắt đồ đi đâu được bên này?
Thôi đi bịa. Chưa nọ.
In the tree that is directly ahead of us, on the island to our left-hand side, you will be able to see our white-handed gibbon. Gibbons are native to Southeast Asia and belong to a group of primates known as the lesser apes. They can vary in color from lightish to black with a white ring around their face and white hands and teeth. With their hook-like hands, short thumbs, long arms, compact bodies, and no tails, they adapted very differently from the spider monkeys to a life in the trees.
Spider monkey.
They do like to stay very high up off the ground. However, while they are on the ground, they walk with their arms raised above their heads, as this helps with their
Đây là
balance.
GT là qua đâu là?
They're famous for their great call that is used as a territorial display in which both members of a monogamous pair participate.
What the hell are they cutting? Chill nữa.
We do have 3 on this island. We have Sylvester, who is the youngest and smallest, born on March 30th of 2018 to his parents Alfonso and Gina.
Muốn là có được bùn nó chèo thì bà.
As we approach the docking area, ask that you remain seated and secure, as this is a dock dock. Please remain seated until the boat has come to a full and complete stop, is securely attached to the docking area, and the gates have been opened for you. Once the gates have been opened, you are free to stand and exit to your right-hand side. If you continue to follow the path to the right-hand side,
Mắc cỡ thoát ra khăn này loมันเกิดชอบแบบรีวิวได้ไหมมันเกิดชอบแบบรีวิวอ่ะวันนี้ใครให้ตื่นเก็บลมเราล่ะมันเกิดกินแล้วเลือดได้ปุยป่ะเนาะเลือดได้ปุยใช่ไหมล่ะ
Michael, where are you?
เก็บไปแล้วเลยป่ะ
This is why I like.
Henry
Just a couple reminders as we get going. There is no eating or drinking while on the train.
Nhưng mà nó đuổi cả. Về khi về tay mình đi về nhà.
What's up boy ว่าเราจะฆ่ากรรมหมดดิ
Ông có cái đấy rồi.
Ta kiểu gì tí tế đó các bạn nhờ lên bên đó lưu đây này Where is this one? Lên đến bên Hà Nội. Sáng là bên này, sáng là bên này đi này. Mà qua là Igor bên này Hà Nội. Igor had a big bit này. Saya bakal lần qua đó lại. Phần đô đây lớn lên thì à? Em 10 là lì. Em mà lì. Em 10 là lên này. Em 10 là lì. Em 10 cái hello lì. Hello. Hello. Okay, jalan. Là sila tak. Oi, kedua lebih mulia.
All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome aboard the Nature Boy Scenic Railway. My name is Aiden, and I'll be your guide as we travel around this afternoon. Just a couple reminders as we get going. There is no eating or drinking while on the train. I also ask that you remain seated for the duration of our tour today.
Cái lưu ba đang mới chém. Mẹ đã thọ gọi đấy.
Asal ni pun juga yang di barang yang ini.
So we are now entering the reserve, which is about 40 acres and consists mainly of open woodlands. It does serve as a natural refuge to many animals native to southern Ontario. The Nature Boy Scenic Railway is just that, though, a scenic lookout, and as such, may only be through chance that we see any animals today. So please keep your eyes peeled and your cameras ready.
chưa lọt cái bên mà đây
Tre le meu kira ki je ma ba. Le meu e kira lu ta ko pa de ko timu ki jam pla le pla. Ba le se ku khit ho ma la ta ku e. Le la pe lu klo, pla lu klo.
oh le thun phat le le
You'll see some trumpeter swans up ahead here next to the train. The trumpeter swan is the largest and most territorial.
đó cái cái thứ mà cái này đó là chúng ta mình đôi là đang có mua pla gì tiệt
Hả?
mua pla gì mà có tiền là sticker có đi lên leo ạ
And also research worldwide. So a facility and laboratory within the building enables our staff to continue their efforts maintaining one of North America's most successful breeding programs for this endangered species.
Ủa nào nó đã cười ra tao nào.
cái đâu vậy
Nó chào nó đã cái phi lo. Nó phi lo ra là nó cái qua bunu. Tao lo vẫn như vậy. Nó ta bây giờ nó kalau kita dah itu dah kita pilih.
apa ada jalan jalan lagi
Tapi itu adalah kita dah.
không phải là sao nữa là cả let's see waterfall little waterfall is closeเรามาคัดทีละชู่ look nice ราคาเนี่ยว่าแฮตากตะเกว่ามาคือละมาสิจ้ะมันละคือเราจะเจ็บพอดีแค่นั้นเบี้ยว่าเท่ก่อนลาเลย Thì cái khai hot dog của nó. Oh, that's snake.
I go like, why did
Lừa đã cứ vậy.
Regular form.
Đây là để cho nó vào cái bên này.
Quên mình nhỉ? Có đây regular thế cho lên.
Cái này cái mình là.
Let's go.
Sorry. Good. My name is Sophie. I am here with Alyssa, and we are from Little Rays Nature Center, located in Hamilton. And we are actually Canada's largest exotic animal rescue. And we brought some of our friends here for you guys today. Are you guys excited to meet some reptiles? Perfect. Is there anybody who's afraid of reptiles? A few hands. Well, for those of you who are afraid, you will get to learn some cool things about these animals, and hopefully I can change your perspective on our scaly friends. But we are going to start you guys off pretty small, and then we'll work our way up. So we are going to bring out Blueberry and see if he's ready to say hi to everybody. There he is. So Blueberry here is a type of lizard from Indonesia. He is called a blue-tongued skink. Now, as you guys will see, maybe if some of you near the front, you will see that he does have a bright blue colored tongue, and he will use this tongue as self-defense. Now that is because Blueberry here has really short little legs, so he doesn't run very fast, he does not climb, he doesn't jump, and he doesn't swim. So when predators come after him, he will flick that bright tongue in and out. I think this is... Very good. I did hear it. Garter snake. Now, garter snakes are one of our 17 native species that we have here in Ontario. Now, I work with snakes every single day, and I can't even name all 17 of our species. So I really encourage you guys this summer to go out and see what animals we have and to learn about the species that we have here in our very own backyard. Now, all snakes can be categorized into 3 main categories based on how they hunt. Your first category is our constrictor snakes. Those guys make up 80% of the world's snakes. They will bite and then use their big, strong muscles to wrap around their food. The second category is our venomous snakes, and that only makes up 10 to 15% of the world's snakes. Those guys will use venom. So Big Papa here is called a red-footed tortoise. Now this is a type of tortoise from South America, and they have red spots along their legs, neck, and head. Now, although turtle and tortoises are super, super cute, they do not make good pets, and they are actually our #1 rescue and surrender. Now, one of those reasons is because these guys can live for a very long time. So the average lifespan for most turtle and tortoises is 60 to 80 years. Now, that is a really long time to have a pet. So they are nicknamed is our big sleepy boy. He is called a black and white tegu. Now this is also another type of lizard. Now you can have a few different kinds of tegus. You can have yellow tegus, which are the smallest. Red tegus are medium sized. And then the black and white tegus, like Teddy here, get the largest. And they can actually reach up to 5 feet long. Now we know that Teddy here is a male, and that is because our male tegus have these really big chubby cheeks. And those chubby cheeks are called his jowls. And he will use those jowls to impress the single ladies. So what Teddy will do when he finds alligator. That's another great guess, but she is not an alligator either. Any other guesses? Oh, I did hear it. Very good. A caiman. Now, caimans are part of our crocodilian family. That family includes alligators, crocodiles, caimans, and gharials. Now, Wallace here is the smallest species of caiman. She is called a cuvier. a dwarf caiman. But don't be fooled by her small size because she is still very strong, very sassy, and very mighty. So from her nose all the way down to the tip of her tail, she is covered in this hard, bony plated. Say hi, Maui! Very good. Thank you guys for being so nice and loud for her. But I do have a slight confession for you guys. Now, snakes don't actually have any ears. Sorry. But she does feel and sense vibrations, so she felt your nice warm welcome because of all of that noise you were making. Now, Maui is called a reticulated python. This species of snake holds the record for the longest snake on our planet. The longest reticulated python was 33 feet long, and that is the same length as the yellow school bus. Now, these guys are the longest, but they aren't the heaviest. The heaviest snake is actually the green anaconda, with a record of a 500-pound green anaconda. Now, those are some really, really big snakes, but you guys don't need to fear finding anything this big near here in Ontario because Maui is native to Southeast Asia. So places like Indonesia, Borneo.
Pakala kabui kita USA phải ticket của nó. Cái đi US phát đi phát thao đi US từ vào nó, igo cái trà về đi phát đôi nhỉ. Không câu gì kìa. Tại cái on nhà đi phạt đôi rồi. Qua là YouTube này.
Is it taller than you?
Thoko là su rồi.
Su phạt đôi. Anh nói này là mà bơ vậy hả?
Bật nọ.
Anh cha tía ra thêm cái. Đây này bên này. Anh nói cái gì quá nhỉ?
ਡਰੋੜੀ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਦੌਲਤਪੁਰ ਵਾਲੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਆਂਦੀ ਦੌਲਤਪੁਰ ਕੋਲੇ ਆਂਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਨਵਾਂ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਆਂਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਦੋ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਨੰਬਰੋਈ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਾੜਨੇ ਦੇ ਅੱਡੇ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਇੱਧਰ ਦੌਲਤਪੁਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲੇ ਇੱਧਰ ਜਾੜਨੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮੁੜਦੇ ਨੇ ਹੁਣ ਹੈਗਾ
bla bla bla
Nó khai bị gần.
bla là cái phải là ít ra mà được hỏi vậy đó.
Tất nhiên mới tận cái bà heo.
Bây giờ đâu nhỏ vậy chị ạ?
Dạ bla. Nó đâm.
Anh em nói gì bạn?
Nó nem lay là.
Cái gì anh cha mà nó mình thầm mình nhờ cái phố lòng cái gì.
Cái gì đó hả? Khá xe. Cái bị cái đó nào?
America. So the United States. Harris Hall. Nghe đâu của là đâu đi bạn nào?
Okay, bây giờ đồ bây giờ. Game mà là cái gì? Oh no, ya vậy. Ya ve YouTube khé. Oh no, ya vậy. Cái gì đó? Đây là biết. Neki le
Bây giờ không ra là phút đi là bạn nó chùa phải.
phải kiến lì kìa. Oh no ya đây này.
Chùa này anh được thoát này mình thì vào đó được.
Đây bị là. Cái nó vào lịch xin là đi nào. Tôi đi xem mà ta. Tôi có suy nghĩ nữa. Em ăn kia này cái này. Kalau em cái là lúc là gạt khá là lo. lari. Sekolah ni, sekolah ni.
Impressive feature is that big, long bill of hers. It's so long, in fact, that it's actually 4 times the length of her skull and approximately equal to the length of her body. That bill is essential for a toucan's survival, as it has several different uses that they take advantage of on a daily basis. First and foremost, that bill is their mouth, and what do we do with our mouths? We eat. Toucans are what we call frugivores, which means that they primarily eat fruit, so the length of the bill really helps her out when she's reaching up to.
Even cooler than that is so did her mother way back in 1992. Now to you and I, flying really does just look like a whole bunch of fun, but for birds like FIFA, of course it is a means of survival. So they might be up there foraging for food, maybe they're looking to find a mate, perhaps they're escaping predation, or they could even be performing a long migration from their summer homes all the way to their winter homes and then all the way back again. Now, I think you'd all agree with me when I say FIFA is quite the stunner, so we figured she'd work perfect in the presentation by flying over the heads of our lucky audience members. That's all of you today. Now,
those beautiful, brightly colored feathers. Some people know them to hang out with pirates every once in a while, but there is one key behavior of a parrot that everybody knows. What is that one thing that everybody wants to hear a parrot do? That's right, talking. Now, we're often asked here on safari if we can make our birds talk, and we can't actually make them do anything that they don't already want to do. So what you're about to see is the result of a lot of hard work, training, and of course, lots of their favorite treats. This here is Wasabi. He is a yellow-fronted Amazon, and he's a very chatty little bird, so I have a good feeling he'll have lots to say for all of you today.
Well, usually Wasabi likes to start things off by greeting everyone. Pretty straightforward hellos. Well, he too likes to introduce himself, so go ahead, tell everyone what your name is. Very excited introduction of Wasabi. Doesn't stop there though, he always follows that up with a polite question for you all. How are you? Cheerful, how are you to add to that? Let you see some smiles out there. Now, you can't tell by looking at him, but Wasabi is a male yellow-fronted Amazon. And that's because both the males and the females of most parrot species, they look exactly the same, so the only true way to tell them apart is through DNA testing. But at the end of the day, it didn't really matter whether he was a male or female. We did know he was one thing for certain, and that was just a great big flirt. Because every time he sees any Amazon, he loves to greet them by blowing them little kisses. Some cute kisses from our flirt today. Now he is quite playful. This is a very common characteristic within the parrot family, but this happens to be his favorite game that he loves to play with us trainers. That's right, when we're hard at work in the parrot house, he loves to call us over for a little bit of a tickle. Of course, we can't resist and go over and give him a little scratch. But what do we do when we get tickled? We laugh, absolutely. Well, Wasabi, do you think that's funny when we tickle you? Some pretty serious laughs, if you ask me. Now, by far, one of our favorite things that we had the opportunity to teach Wasabi was the ability to sing. Now, I say this quite lightly because we are honest enough to admit that we ourselves are pretty off-key. But we might have to use your imaginations, but to help you out, I will get him to warm up his voice first. I don't know about you, that sounds pretty in tune to me. We'll see if it's enough to get him singing today. A very patriotic, pretty off-key national anthem. Well, I'm happy to see you applaud for his first song. Maybe we're not too bad after all. But for his second one, I was wondering, by a show of hands, does it happen to be anybody's birthday today? Anyone celebrating their birthday on safari? Is it your birthday? Happy birthday to you, right in the front row. All right, we have one birthday today. We have another birthday over there. Happy birthday to you. All right, let's include a few more. Why not? Who's celebrating in July? Raise your hand nice and high. Are people excited? Just around the corner, right? All right, Wasabi. he's not looking too impressed. Let's include just a few more with this next one, learned a few things along the way. Now a friendly reminder that around the corner at our Conservation Center in about 15 minutes time will be our final Birds of Prey flying demonstration. But in the meantime, as you can see, we have a few of our feathered friends making their way up nice and close. If you do have any questions, want to take any photos, come on down. Wasabi, do you have anything to add?
Red-tailed hawk is actually the most common bird of prey in all of North America. And you've probably seen them sitting alongside farmers' fields or waiting on power lines. And that's because these birds are opportunistic hunters. And that means instead of flying out to try to find their food item, they like to wait for their prey to come scurrying underneath them. And that way, they don't have to use too much energy to catch their prey. Now, you might be a little confused by Pippi because, like I said, she's a red-tailed hawk. But you might have noticed that her tail really isn't that red. But that's actually because Pippi is a juvenile. They develop the red tail later on in life, and before then, they can have more vertical barring on their tails. Now, you might be asking what a bird of prey is. And this is basically any bird that uses their sharp talons and a strong cutting beak to hunt, kill, and eat their prey. Sorry, that's a raptor. But a bird of prey is basically any bird that will use wind turbulence that allows him to glide silently on top, just like that. Now, hopefully when he comes up here, you guys also notice that he has very dark black eyes. And that's actually a good indication that this owl is nocturnal. And that means that he hunts at night. I also hope you guys are noticing that Dauber is turning his head around a lot. And that's because owl eyes are kind of unique. They're kind of like tubes that jet right into the back of their head and are held in place by a structure called sclerotic rings. Now, these rings mean that in order for an owl to look anywhere, they've got to fully turn their head, just like Dauber is showing us. Now, that leads to a pretty common myth that they can turn their head 360 degrees. But that's just not true, and unfortunately, if they tried that, they might choke themselves. But they do have an impressive 270 degrees of motion because they have double the amount of vertebrae that we do. Now, you might have also recognized the facial plate, which is what gives that water diving down into the water and taking it straight out. Hopefully, just like Juno's about to show us. Here she comes, let's see if she can make this. Now that is pretty much exactly how they do that. She did a great job. You probably recognize this bird because of that iconic white head. Now that white head doesn't actually develop in their plumage until they're about 5 years old. Before then, it can look more like a mottled brown color. It can lead them to be easily confused with a golden eagle. Now a lot of you might be familiar with the unfortunate history of this bird. In the 1960s and 70s, a pesticide known as DDT was being used on farmers' fields. Now this pesticide was leaching into waterways and bioaccumulating in the prey of the bald eagle. DDT wasn't directly harming these birds, but it was affecting their ability to uptake calcium. As I'm certain a lot of you know, calcium is good for building strong bones, but it's also really important for building strong eggshells. Now without that calcium, these birds were laying eggs that were so weak that when the parents went to incubate them, they were crushed right underneath them. With no new babies to replace the older and dying generation, there was a sharp decline in the eagle population. Now in 1976, they were placed on the endangered species list. Through a variety of conservation programs, we've been able to increase the population of the bald eagle throughout the fact that they know if they hunt in a large enough group, they can take down an entire sheep. Now that's pretty impressive because that bird is about 3 pounds. Unfortunately, as impressive as that is for us, it was not quite so impressive for the sheep farmers on the Falkland Islands, and they unfortunately began to. Now our next pair of birds are scavengers, and this means that they like to eat dead things. So because of that, they've got to be pretty good at moving around on the ground, and they've actually developed a flat foot to help them do this. Now that flat foot means that they're actually pretty fast, so we're going to show off that feature with a little bit of a foot race today. Do you guys want to go further on that side of the rock wall? Perfect. Now I'm going to release our next pair of birds, and their names are Murphy and Kirby, and they're a pair of black vultures. They're going to be coming out right over there. And while they do that, I'm going to just tell you some of the rules for our race. The first rule is I need you guys to stay on this side of the T-perch, because the vultures are going to have this side, and while they do eat roadkill, they don't want to be roadkill. And the second rule is if you guys trip, I want you guys to get up really quickly because these birds like to eat things that look dead. So now that you have seen them, do you guys think you're faster than a black vulture? No? Yes? I'll go ahead and ask the audience. Go ahead and clap if you think the kids are going to be faster. Okay. Who thinks the vultures are going to be faster? Okay. Now I'm going to count down from 3 and I want everybody to cheer for your team. 3, 2, 1, go! Kids are off to a good start, making it ahead. Make sure to stay on this side of the T-perch, guys. The vultures are cheating a lot in using their wings. But I'd still say the kids have taken the race. Give them a big round of applause. They did a great job. We're going to let you guys have right over here. Come on, guys. Now we do that race for a few reasons.
Okay, tablet ko ada lah sipwa. Tara mo.